Hello and welcome to Access Paranormal. My name's Jamie Williams. Joining me here at Mill Street Barracks and not a studio is my co-host Jonathan Sullivan.
Hello, Jamie.
And also my other co-host Maurice Briggs.
Hiya.
But we're not alone at Mill Street tonight. We are with So Hauntingly, a paranormal group, 4 people. And I'm going to let them introduce the names because I haven't got a clue. So from left to right, we'll start with yourself.
Hello, I'm Mike.
Hello, I'm Mel.
Hello, I'm John.
And I'm Claire.
And
Yeah.
John is a Man United fan. We've just got to put that out there, haven't we?
Never mind.
We won't mention no names. Or we won't mention no.
It's got to be a fan.
Yeah, but there's an Evertonian as well, so we won't mention. But anyway, this is your first ever time here at Mill Street Barracks, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so we thought we'll grab you
Yeah.
because you've had some great things tonight. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah.
And so, what made you come to? Well, no. First of all, let's talk about your group and how you got together. And 4 of yous, and I'm guessing you're couples anyway. Well, I'm hoping you're couples.
So it started really as a curiosity type thing, wasn't it? So it was really we were very curious to see what would happen if we ventured to a place hearing all these horror stories about different houses and all these different places, wondering if it's all real.
Yeah.
Watching shows like Ghost Hunters and Most Haunted and thinking that's got to be rubbish, we're going to find out for ourselves, and it really just started. I think it was Claire, you booked a night at 30 East Drive, and which turned out to be, they ended up
bit of
saying
an eye
to us it's
opener,
one of
Brilliant.
It's just a little one to start.
Yeah.
And
just
that was about 2019, was that?
yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
So that was pre-COVID.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just before
Definitely,
COVID,
yeah.
So you'd had all that, and then COVID stopped you from everything, didn't it?
Yeah.
exactly.
Which was the frustrating part
Yeah.
about it.
So are any of you medium, sensitive?
I'm very sensitive to knowing if I feel like there's something quite close by. I'll know very much if I feel quite calm or if there's something that really throws me. Usually as well, I'm quite good if something's nearby that I'll know I'll pick up on that quite quickly, and then one of the cat balls will flash on, and I'm like,
So that's your evidence,
told you,
isn't
yeah,
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
and you're sort of,
I'm sort of really discovering myself at the minute, and I am. I've been told now 4 times that I could be a psychic medium by mediums. I've no recollection of seeing anything or hearing anything. I can certainly feel things, and I can certainly tell you stories at the time of seeing things, but never ever been able to communicate as a medium does or anything like that. And to be told now 4 times, and especially twice in this year, it's quite a lot to take in really. So I'm trying to open myself up to
yourself.
it.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Trying to discover it a bit more.
How did you all get together as a team?
so we're brother and sister.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Brother,
yeah.
sister,
Mike and Claire.
Brother,
Yeah.
sister, yeah.
Yeah.
And these are your partners.
Partners, yeah.
So it started as
Soft
3.
with the 3 of us, didn't
So
it?
me, Claire and John, and then I met Mel. She didn't come to the one we went to. We were together at the time, but you didn't come to the last one, did you? Well, you did come to the last one, but not the one before.
No.
And you've been to the last 2 with us, haven't you? Yeah.
So what are you like, Mel? Are you sensitive, or what do you get? Anything, or you
When
trying to
I
find
was
it?
younger, I could feel. I have been told that I'm a very kind soul, and I can usually tell if I'm scared or if it's a good presence or a bad presence. So I have a lot of spirits around me that I'm very protected. So that also helps me. And I'm
Perfect.
really protected of my family as well. So even that helps me a lot more. So.
Yeah.
I'm not really afraid of death. I've been with death when I was younger, so I've kind of connected to it a little bit.
So it's being young and death, that is a big experience, isn't it, really? So we don't usually get that till later in life,
I've always
do we?
been told that the living can hurt you but the dead can't.
Spot on, yeah.
And
that's how we
I've
feel.
always kept that ever since I was 16.
Yeah. What about you, John?
I disagree with that one.
Well, what can you say? I'm saying nothing. So why did you disagree then?
The first time we did anything at 30s Drive, we was doing, what was it called?
Glass divination.
Yeah, and the spirit said that he wanted to kill me, but Claire was okay, and it felt at the time as if someone was sat on my chest. I couldn't breathe properly, I was going dizzy, but when I stepped back from Claire, all my energy went back up as if all my energy had just drained.
So it was like protecting you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took quite a liking to me, but in a bit of an odd, not a nice way.
Yeah.
Really.
Clearly wasn't wearing that shirt at the time.
No.
I always took it as a very, you know, you were the big male presence there, and I always took it as like it's got to get rid of you to start doing any type of harm type thing.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And I thought if it did want Claire to stay there, then it's got to get rid of John, hasn't it? So
Right, yeah.
that's how I took it. Anyway.
Yeah, it's good choice.
But it was quite a nasty.
For the
spirit,
first
wasn't
ever
it?
thing we've ever been to.
To go to a poltergeist house.
What made you pick that for your first choice?
The fact that there was a film about it, I think.
Probably, and we'd watched so many groups go there. I think we'd watched Most Haunted there. We knew it wasn't out the realms of sort of impossibility to go. So it was like, we could actually go
we had a deal, we got a deal as well on that.
And it was the sleepover, wasn't it? So it was like, right, if we go, there was only us three and another couple, wasn't there? There was just a couple there. They said at the end of it, we're not staying, they were meant to be sleeping. So they went.
So you had it to yourself?
Yeah, and we were with a ghost hunt, weren't we there? And then they said, do you mind if we go? And you just post the key through the neighbour's door. So after that, it was literally Mike, John and me sitting in 30s Drive on our own going,
wow,
oh my
that
God.
is brilliant.
So,
we left at 6 o'clock in the morning to walk around.
Walk round Pontefract. It was like all of a sudden, it was like, I think in 30s Drive it was sort of, you could feel it, couldn't you, in the atmosphere? And then all of a sudden you'd be like, okay, I could sit here quite happily all night. And then all of a sudden it was like the atmosphere went very, just, there was heavy, like a really heavy atmosphere. And we could hear dragging and stuff above us, and it got to the point where at something like 6:30 in the morning, we just both went, we all sort of looked at each other like, we need to go now. And it was just very heavy. It was like, we need to leave, we need to just leave now. And we all sort of got up and just went out the door, didn't we? It's like, we've got to go. Really strange.
Me would have gone upstairs to see what it was, wouldn't you?
I would have.
It's true, isn't it, Jonathan?
It is.
She would have just gone.
Oh, no, yeah. We
But
just
it was your first time.
we just literally left it, didn't we, out?
As soon as the sun came up,
You were gone.
that was it.
To be honest with you, I
What
would
is
have
that
gone
as soon as the
before
sun come up because you can get outside because you want
Yeah.
vampire?
So, sorry, one.
No, I was just saying we were walking around looking for the Weatherspoons, weren't we?
So
It's
it was
gotta be done,
funny,
hasn't it?
but we come away and that was like, I think that was when we were like, right, we need to do
Another
We need to
one.
carry
more of
this,
them. Yeah.
So that gave you the incentive to
Yeah.
go on. You got the bug then.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
it's funny because a lot of paranormal groups we talk to, they say that, you know, once you get into it, it becomes an addiction.
Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah.
We've all got our own reasons for coming into it, haven't we, or experiences.
Yeah.
And that's why we get here. What is the
And
life
people
after
say to
death
us,
and
don't
what's
they,
going
like,
on?
they'll say when they watch us now, they're like, getting up, running, screaming, and I'm like, I don't know, because I love it. I don't know what it is. And I'm like, I'm terrified when so, but it's also like evidence, isn't it, that there is something else there.
Yeah, totally.
So you can't help but chase it, even though you like want to run in the other direction as well.
So who's the calmest person?
After tonight, I don't know. Because,
right, okay.
because when we went to the old Edwardian school in Nottingham, you would have said that Mel's the calmest person. After tonight, what we've experienced so far, I would have said I'm the calmest person.
So it depends on the place you're in, maybe?
Yeah.
I've never felt as uneasy as I feel tonight, which is really strange.
So for all the paranormal investigations you've done, this is the weirdest one.
Yeah. there's something about in here, like I've never refused to go round places in a building, and tonight all I've said is I'm not going down that cellar.
Well, the strange thing is, you've asked us to go round with you because you won't go.
Yeah.
You won't go in the cellar on
There's
your own.
something about and when I come up before, I was like, okay, I said to you then I'm not going back down there, and it's something,
We've been coming here years, haven't we?
But 10 years, me, isn't it?
I've got to be honest, there's been some nights where we've walked in and we've gone, no,
Not doing it.
doesn't
There's
feel
something not right
quite
here.
right,
yeah.
and we haven't gone down the cellar.
No, and I've felt like that since we come
Yeah.
in. But to be honest, I'll sort of, it's like the few days
This
prior
is
to
my
when we
drink,
go
isn't it?
somewhere. Yeah, a few days prior to when we go somewhere, and you'll always say to me, you're excited, or and all this week I've gone, no, I'm not. I feel uneasy, and I've got here tonight and come in like, okay, it's fine. Walked in, and straight away I've been like, no, there's something doesn't feel right.
That's something that we've talked about quite a few times, but at the build up to you coming away, because we've had other paranormal people saying they felt ill a few days before, and it's hours coming up to a paranormal event, and they felt sick, uneasy, and they wasn't sure what to do. So, and I think that just has an impact on the place that you're coming into, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because that happens to quite a lot. Yeah.
I've actually slept here 3 times on my own, haven't I?
Yeah. You did get scared once.
Stupidly,
Yeah, well, it's true that, Jonathan. Yeah, the only time I got scared is when somebody opened the door to ask me for my car keys.
Yeah.
But I was, the dormitories here.
It wasn't paranormal,
It wasn't.
that's when it got scared.
It was one the dormitory, you go up the stairs and the door in front of you. I slept on the bunk bed as you go in on the left hand side. And I woke
There's
up,
no beds in there now.
No,
Oh, is
they're all
there
up in
no
the
So I won't be
top.
staying
Yeah,
anyway.
they've moved up, yeah, because I know you said you didn't know if they were still
Oh,
there,
must have moved
and then
them
when
all.
we looked up, it looks like they've all been stored.
Stored,
in
Yeah,
that one room.
Oh,
at the top,
right,
yeah.
okay.
So that was the room I slept in.
yeah.
And the next morning, I just seen the door opening gently. I was going, oh no. And I'm like sleeping bag, and I'm going, there's no way you're getting out of here. There's nothing I can do about it. What do we do? But I've never seen a door open so slowly. I'm thinking, for God's sake, what is it? Next minute, it's, Jamie, can I borrow your car keys? Your car's in the way. Oh, fuck for that. Yeah. And the next one time I slept in the main hall. I was fine. Somebody said, did anything happen? I said, if it did, I was fast asleep. Don't care.
Yeah, not aware of it.
We're aware
I
of
wasn't
it,
worried
yeah.
about it. And the next one is I slept on the top of the balcony because there was a group in, and I just decided it was like early hours of the morning. I was too tired to drive, so I just got on the cushions there. What were there? Just lay on that and went to sleep and got up the next morning. Went
I
home.
think I'd have just got in the car and
Yeah.
reclined.
I think
Yeah.
I would have just gone sleep in
Me
the car.
too.
I've never done it since though, have I? Because we've been doing the show here for quite about a year or so now, haven't we?
Yeah.
And we've had some weird things when we're actually doing this show. Because like we said, we had the studio there. We had some weird stuff
Oh,
going
that
on.
main hall is alive.
Yeah.
Well,
That
we're going
is
to talk to
alive.
you. We're going to talk to you about
Yeah,
that.
your
now.
experiences of
So-
tonight, so...
What we're going to do is we're just going to ask you to explain, ask you to explain what happened. But first of all, let us just play that little bit of the
We'll just play it.
This is what happened to you before.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, no.
So that's what happened to you, Claire, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I mean, that child's sound was. I think I'd have been. Was that you running?
That is the
That
best.
was me at the end. It
Yeah.
felt like it was, like we're talking now, it was that clear. It was literally like, it was next to me. That it made me jump off my seat and run. I think it was running to hide behind a lot of these two, I think, ran behind. And that was Mike at the end going, no, it's fine, calm down.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
One of them.
Did every one of you hear it though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just clear, and it was in that room.
Yeah, and we had it on our live as well, so it was heard on the live.
Yeah.
The
So-
clip makes it sound a lot quieter, actually.
But
Yeah.
from what it was sitting there, it just felt like there was a child just
In
in
the
the middle
room.
of the room,
Yeah.
just
Mm.
laughing. And then in the
Yeah.
distance, we didn't hear it proper, but listened to it over and over. It sounded like there was a little girl doing a silent laugh, then a little boy doing like a big booming laugh.
It's almost like a singing. I think it was more like a
There's
singing
like two
sort
noises.
of
There's
voice.
two
Yeah.
noises if you listen properly. There's like two
Yeah.
noises.
I know when you come through to us, you were so excited. We're going checking
I know.
that. We're going
Yeah.
checking that clip, you know. And we, as soon as I heard it and you showing it, mate, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm going getting
Yeah.
Jamie and Jonathan.
Because we thought we'd heard
Brilliant.
more whispers and voices.
Mm.
So we were all sort of, you know, it's not that reaction where you don't jump and run. It's like, did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
But this was like, there was no way, none of us were going to hear it. It was right there, like,
Yeah.
clear as day.
We
Yeah.
always,
Well, what's- Sorry, I was going to say, what's good about it though is all four of you's heard it.
yeah.
And that is a good
Which
thing.
is, it's,
And that's
and
unusual as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
more, I mean, the best thing is you had it live
Yeah.
and you've got the audio of it and still
Yeah.
got the video of it. It's
So
fantastic
your fans
evidence.
out there have heard you all,
Yeah.
seen it all.
Yeah.
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 So your group, it's called So Hauntingly,
So
Yeah.
haunting.
Yeah. and you
Mhm.
can catch you on Facebook. Is that what you're on?
Facebook, yeah, we're on Facebook, Instagram. We have got a website. I'm sort of up and running at the minute. sohauntingly.co.uk. You can contact us on any of them as well via email.
Oh, we love it. And
So-
I mean, when you first came in, you came through the door. What did you expect from Mill Street? Because I know you've never been here before,
No.
and I know one of you's had a little bit of a research about it. Was it yourself?
Mike.
It was
Mike,
you, wasn't it, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. What you read about it, did it come to the standards of what you thought, or?
From what I'd read, I was obviously expecting, once you gave us the tour round, I was expecting you at some point to say, this is where a gentleman is, he's not fond of women whatsoever, and we've heard that he likes to push, scratch, everything, and especially downstairs.
Mhm.
That's what we'd heard, especially about this male presence. We'd heard a lot about a dog presence,
The three-legged
and
black
it just
Labrador.
really focusing. A lot of the things were really focusing on this one male presence that sort of
Doesn't like women.
doesn't like women. Yeah.
Yeah, we've heard that a lot.
That was the
Yeah.
main
Mm.
thing, really.
Mhm.
Well, when we were taking you on the tour, we were walking around telling you a little bit. I didn't want to give everything away
Yeah.
because then that spoils it for you because you
Yeah.
know what's
You
going to
want
happen
your
there.
experience.
We like to hear, you know, when at the end of the night when you finish, just say, this is what happened, that's what happened.
Yeah.
And it's
Mhm.
nice to know them because then we can say, well, yeah, that's true. Or
Yeah.
we've never heard that before. We will be honest with you and say, no,
Yeah.
that's,
Yeah.
we've never heard
Yeah.
that
But it's
before.
good because we hear what other,
Mm.
and it doesn't mean because we've not heard it that no other groups
Yeah.
and that have
Mm.
heard it and things
No.
like that. So Mel, was it you that heard something? Mel, no, Claire.
Yeah.
I was looking at Claire and it's Claire that I want. Was it something? Do you want to tell us what happened about the mirror thing?
So yeah, it basically, we had the spirit talker on, and I think we'd asked where in the room can we see you,
Yeah.
or whereabout are you in the room, and it said mirror, and that was where we were literally right by the mirror, weren't we?
Yeah.
And then at one point I'd said as well, no, there's something in that door, in the window of the door, something's just past that window, and straight away the spirit talker said, you saw me. I was like, yeah, I did.
It's
I
great when you
did.
get that.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
and it was right on cue, wasn't it, every
Brilliant.
time? And then I think you said as well at one point, was that noise outside?
Yeah.
'Cause we
And
were
straight
talking.
away, inside, the
In-
spirit talker
Mm.
said.
You know, it's so good like that when it gives
Yeah.
you them answers
So
straight
it was like,
away.
oh, thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was inside.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, a lot of these places that we've been to are very much out there, and you hear a lot about them, and a lot of groups go to them. We hadn't heard much about
No.
Mill
No.
Street Barracks,
No.
and
No.
this has been like alive, hasn't
Yeah.
it? Very much so since, yeah.
Mm.
So
It's funny you've
well
not
impressed.
heard anything because it goes worldwide. We have people coming from America and everywhere to
It's,
come there.
it's mad, isn't it?
To
It's
come
just, I think
here,
it's on the
yeah.
groups that we go
And
on.
it's good, yeah.
That it's not really, I don't know whether they just don't do them.
Yeah.
But you've heard a
No,
lot
I've
about
heard
it
it,
from your
yes.
friend, haven't you? And that's
Mm.
why we're like, yeah, we really want to go there.
Well,
But we're like, yeah, well impressed.
I'm so
Mm.
glad you've come because
Yeah.
you're lovely people as well.
Mm.
Yeah, well
you know,
impressed.
you're a good group together,
Mm.
and you're a laugh. That's what we like. We
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it, you know, a laugh
Yeah.
with it all.
Well, we were laughing at you as we were sitting in there, and we could hear you at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah.
And you went, do you want me to come upstairs?
That
And we were
I had
just
a
going,
funny feeling, yeah.
Don't
go
thing to say.
upstairs.
Yeah, so we enjoyed
But didn't you
it when
see
you were
something
there.
in the doorway upstairs?
Yes.
Mel did, yeah.
Which doorway?
When we first got all introduced, you were showing us around.
Oh, that
at the
first
bottom
one.
of the stair, wasn't
Yeah,
The
but
it?
first
when we
bedroom.
stood there,
Yeah.
didn't you
Yeah.
say
And
there
I
was
said I could
something
see
moving in the
something
doorway?
there. And then when I went
Yeah.
back, I said, "Are you the person that I've seen?" And the
Yeah.
cat balls lit up straight away.
Because when you
Same
said
room.
that as well, and we was all round the stairs, the bottom of the stairs, I can't remember which of the, if it was John or Mike stood at the side of me, and they were saying, I'd just seen, because I seen a low shadow going across about,
Me.
John, wasn't it? Yeah.
oh, was it? And I seen a low shadow
Low
going
shadow
across.
across.
Oh, did you see
Yeah.
it? Right.
That's the thing.
Okay.
It was as if it was going up the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I seen a low down shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've had that before,
Yeah.
and we've had, was it about 15-20 minute conversation?
Yeah,
with
in
cat
that
balls
same room,
in
the
that
cat
room.
balls.
Wow.
It was
And you
one.
saw a figure, didn't you,
Yeah.
in that doorway?
And where the green light shines on the exit sign,
Yes.
I noticed like the same like shadow going past.
Yeah.
But it's difficult to explain. Like at first, I thought it was standing, and then moved, and it's like a slender man
Yes.
kind of feeling, very tall,
Tell me a little bit more about
like
that.
I know what you're thinking.
growing, like really like, but then disappearing. But I didn't get. I got scared because like my heart was like, and then just calmed down a lot when it was gone.
So did you see the shadow or did
I
you
did
sense
see the
it?
shadow. I did see it.
Could you tell if it was male, female? Was there anything? Did it wear
Just-
pants,
just-
clothes, or nothing like that?
Just very tall, very dark,
Tall.
like I said, like a slender man kind of.
Yeah.
That's
How tall?
just like
7 feet.
no, just from apart from the green, that's all I could see. But
Yeah.
you could tell it was tall, and then just
Did you hear
slowly.
something?
Yeah.
And then
Have
just
you heard
slowly
something else
disappeared.
ahead?
But
Yeah.
I could still sense
what
it was
happened.
there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
But that's what I could sense.
Yeah.
But I didn't sense any evil. It was just unsettling.
Right.
When I went and put the cat balls up onto the second part,
Yeah.
I felt uneasy as I looked up onto the top floor. But then when we went onto the second part of it, it just seemed to have just
Gone.
disappeared.
Felt quite
Yeah.
light
Felt
again,
calm.
didn't it?
Yeah.
We've had that a lot of
Yeah.
times
Yeah.
where you sense it up
Sure.
there and then all
Yeah.
suddenly you get there and it just
It's like it shifts,
Nothing.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's-
Mm.
yeah.
and it's weird to explain to you, you know, to people who's listening and people who are watching this now.
Yeah.
That sense, unless you experience it,
Mm-hmm.
the
It's hard
closeness
to
and
say.
everything, and then you
Yeah.
go to it and it
Yeah.
just opens up as if it's.
Yeah, I can hear
Can
it.
you hear
yeah.
that?
Can you hear it?
It was as, I should have told
That was like
Yeah.
footsteps.
When
That's
we
like
were-
That's
footsteps.
When we
footsteps.
were in that main
What
hall
did you hear?
before,
Did you think it
Just
was
as you were talking, just
Bum, bum, bum.
bump, bump?
That
Yeah.
was like
when we were in that
footsteps
main
as
hall
well.
before, it was literally like we were surrounded, wasn't it? Because the
Constantly.
tapping was going round the room, right
Yeah.
round
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
and
It
it
was
wasn't
lit-
just, obviously we've got that, the voice was the loudest voice I've ever heard in my life.
Mhm.
Before all that, there's tiny whispers, there's knocks, just
Yeah.
constant. It didn't
Mm.
stop. It didn't
Brilliant.
stop. That was the tip of the iceberg. But
Yeah.
all around that, you're still on this really just constant amount.
Is that the best you've ever had? That?
Yeah.
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 It's the
Would
lot.
you, yeah.
We've had a
And
lot of
it's
children's
mine.
noise and that, but that one is
I mean,
brilliant. You
never
guys
have
have
I
done
ever
brilliant to
thought
get that.
You'd want to look that way because you think there's a child like in that cupboard.
Oh, it was so
or,
real.
Yeah.
So
Like you
real.
said about
things.
that noise is outside, it sounded like two people having a conversation
Yeah.
outside,
It was
and then all of
just
a
so
sudden they come up
loud.
inside.
That's common.
But when I whistled earlier in that first classroom, and then we all sort of went, did you hear that? And but it was in the distance, wasn't it? It
Yeah.
was like, not, they weren't whistling back, it was that same, like a singing, like it was singing it back to us. Like it didn't whistle, it was like a humming it back,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that was exactly sort of the sound in that hall before, but
That's what
very
happened.
loud.
So I thought I could hear
No,
something
it's not
back
bad.
Yeah,
there.
I've just seen.
The light.
It's not a shadow. It was like a see-through light sort of
seen
thing
that.
going
And
on.
I could hear
Yeah.
him.
What?
I seen you looking, just I seen you.
Oh, did you? All
I saw
right.
you looking, and I could hear
Yeah,
as well. It's
and it was quite big,
It's
and it
so
went.
active tonight, isn't it?
It's
And I
very
just
active
seen it, it
tonight.
was like an open
I mean,
bubble.
one of the really good things is some of the things that you've picked up have been really spot on.
Mm.
That's the things that happen here,
Yeah.
but aren't freely available to research.
Mm.
Only
and-
people that have been
yeah.
here would know.
Right.
Yeah.
And we do
Okay.
keep things quiet of
Yeah,
what we
yeah.
know.
We don't tell
then if you
people
say-
To say
everything
if
what
people
happens.
do,
Yeah.
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 I mean, because we didn't try to give you anything, just the odd experience, what we had,
Yeah.
because we just wanted
Just
you.
the general
Yeah.
ones,
We
which,
don't-
which you could just go
You
into
could read
Google
about,
and
yeah.
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 and it'll tell you
I
a few
noticed that though
things.
because you said something about a name and then you were like, you, yeah. So it was like you weren't giving anything away, which is good.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't like doing. Sometimes when I take the groups around and I'll say to them, "Do you want me to? What do you want me to tell you? Do you
Yeah.
want me to tell you about the spirits, or do you not?"
Yeah.
I'll not say no. Just tell us bits and pieces. But
Yeah.
some people do want us to tell us the stories.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes I don't like doing that because I want you to come to us and say,
Yeah.
"This
This
is what,
is
and
what
exactly
we
what you're
found
doing
out."
now."
Use that already.
Yeah.
Mm. And the weird thing is, like we said, we've done loads of shows from here, and quite often we've had things happen. Now, when we had the studio, we had the proper microphones and headphones and everything.
Yeah.
And there was one night we were in there, we were talking about Dark Territory earlier on, we were telling you about them.
Yeah.
And we had them in the studio and we were talking, and every
That's
single
my
one
chair.
of us,
If you
Every-
heard that creak, that was
yeah.
my chair then.
every single one of us had headphones on, and we all heard hello
Yeah.
on
The whole.
every.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
And
was
then
that
Sean
was
went
in
out.
there?
Yeah, Sean. No, that was on the top
Upstairs
balcony.
on the top
Yeah.
balcony.
In the
Yeah.
main
Balcony,
hall.
yeah.
Yeah, and then Sean went out, didn't he, to the balcony to see what it was, and laughing came through our ears.
laughing off over the headphones.
Yeah, so Sean, Carl, me and you, wasn't it? And I think you were here, weren't you, Marie?
No.
Yeah, we all
Was there
heard
any?
it. We was, yeah. And we all heard it. Yeah. And quite often when we had the headphones on, we'd get voices
Oh,
coming
yeah.
through.
Yeah.
Especially your name.
Yeah,
Your-
I get
his
that all
name
the time.
all the time.
Yeah.
Wherever
All
we
the
go,
time.
they know.
Because I've been the
Wow.
longest
Well, been
person for
setting up and
Paranormal,
he's
yeah.
gone, what? And I'm going,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Well, we
So
left.
You
Yeah.
just said my name.
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we left for a while, and then we came back again to take over the bookings and everything else. And sorry, I'll just kick you.
No.
I was opening with him over there.
They're the first one.
So you were going to get stick tonight. But we were in when we came back last week. It was our first time we're out for a while, and we came in last week. And I thought Marie came into here. I mean, Jonathan were up there. I heard that as well.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, in the hall.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear anything. I was listening to
Yeah.
you. I didn't
And-
hear anything.
As we were, I've lost my thought now.
I got
Yeah,
just a minute.
One.
I actually heard a
Mm. All right.
Did
It's
anyone
actually
else-
the most active night
I've heard for a long
seen.
time.
I think because we're
Long
open at the
time.
minute as well.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think because we're constantly
So, I
because it's
mean-
been calling out as well. It's
I
probably
mean, when
going.
you were showing us
You said you were going
the
to chat
video,
again. You know.
Yeah.
when you were showing the video, it's clear, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you run away from in there
Yeah.
and you didn't the sound, just a little bit after that, we had a big bang upstairs, didn't we?
Mm.
And then we've had footsteps over
We've
doing
had
this.
footsteps.
Do you know what though? I
Noises
don't
out
know.
there,
See, I think we
lights
make
over
quite a good group because everywhere we go, we seem to get a lot. Don't
But
we?
that's
That's good,
because you
that.
trust
That's
each other.
good.
Yeah,
That's
it
good.
is.
When
Yeah.
you've got
No,
that trust, the good thing is, I mean, we've got our own group as well,
Yeah.
and we all trust each other
Yeah.
100%. If something goes, you know, like what you're getting tonight, we all know that this is genuine.
Yeah.
And so you've got a good rapport with each other. You know,
Yeah.
you've got
Yeah.
that trust.
Yeah.
We have
So
some
you know,
podcast
don't you?
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the, we're in the
Jonathan's just had his
Yeah.
chair
Chamber.
straight
My chair
moving,
is solid.
is it?
and he's just had it shook.
Well, we're in the what they call the wardroom here at Mill Street Barracks, and this is quite active as well at times. We've had some stuff in here,
Yeah,
haven't
not
we?
many
Mm.
people do in here.
Yeah.
Mainly because it's used as like the base room or,
Yeah.
Is it
or
that?
the people that
Mm.
are actually
Sorry?
The grey wardrobe.
just notice the wardroom.
Wardroom.
Wardroom is this
Ward,
room.
this is
So
this.
it's used as like the base room, like you're using it tonight. Or if they went into the hall, then obviously we'd use it just to sit in.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really get used for investigating, but we have done it a few times.
We've had a
haven't
few
we?
things
and
in
it is
here.
a very, very
Yeah.
active room.
And there's one night you'll hear if you're on the YouTube channel now, you'll hear it on our channel when it goes up. There's one where we went down into a cellar and we put a cat ball on the top,
What was that?
and it was yawning.
No, someone tickled me.
No, before
Did it?
that.
With the
No, that
noise?
was
And
me.
they were
There was a noise before that.
Mm.
no, it was before that.
Because we're both looking over, yeah.
It's like someone's
love it.
listening
As I
to
said
us.
down there,
Yeah.
I got a tick on this side of my eye.
Jonathan, go and have a look.
I can't get that.
Do you want-
Jonathan won't look, will he?
So what's your group? What do you want to do? What do you want to experience? How far do you want to go with everything?
When we first started, I said, I'm not stopping until something has me running out the building
Yeah.
and scars me for life.
Right.
That's like
Yeah.
I let you go on your own for that one.
Yeah.
You was nearly out at building
Yeah,
tonight,
I
wasn't
was,
you?
yeah. I was very 3/4 of the way there.
You know, that's sort of changed over the time we've been doing it, and I just think, I don't think there's much that can really stop us doing it. I think we just really enjoy what we do.
We
don't
do, yeah.
That's the addiction of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know,
It's-
we're
yeah,
the same.
We're
and
the
we've been,
same.
It's just curiosity
10
every
years?
single time.
12 years.
12 years for
12 years.
us,
Our
yeah.
group's been going 12 years.
Yeah.
Each place is
So,
always
And
different.
it's like what
We're
we're saying
still
about
active.
expectations. You know, we have expectations of this place. We didn't come here thinking tonight.
What
What's
was
wrong?
it?
Just like a light.
Just for listeners,
That's your
Jonathan's actually gone to the corridor to see what the noises are.
On
He's
the
just
left-hand
come running
side.
in because
It is,
there's
Yeah.
it is quite active. This is the most active I've seen it for
and
a
I'm
long
glad
time.
because last
I'm
week
quite
was edgy.
Nervous.
Oh yeah.
I am.
But what?
Oh, I love it.
But what?
Yeah, no, I felt like
I'm
that
gonna
since we
say,
come in.
He's
I'm
not
okay.
Watched doing.
Oh, yeah.
Stood
Yeah,
inside the
fine.
door and said,
No, no, you don't.
Yeah.
I have felt like, honestly,
Really,
on
yeah,
edge
it's
all
nice,
night.
isn't it?
It's, yeah.
But
it's
this is
good,
what the
isn't it?
paranormal. This is how good it is because
Last
we're all-
week
we're here
didn't
doing
get
the show.
much, did they?
no, we're here doing the show now, and things are happening while we're doing it.
Yeah.
And this is why we love doing the show from in Mill Street
Yeah.
Barracks because of, you know, some weeks we can just carry on and do the show and get on with it, and some
Yeah,
weeks
it's not like this all
Yeah.
the time.
distracted.
No,
No.
it's
It's got to
not.
be. It's one of the realistic
Yeah.
things about the
Yeah.
paranormal,
Last
isn't it?
week,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can come in.
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
It's like
We've spent
fishing
8 hours
outside.
here, haven't we? Some
Yeah.
nights.
Yeah.
And not
Yeah.
sound.
Yeah.
I always say it's
Nothing.
like fishing.
Yeah.
Sometimes
It
you
is,
catch
yeah.
them, and
Yeah.
sometimes you
Yeah.
don't.
So,
That's a good way of putting it, yeah.
That's one way of doing it, yeah.
And the people who were in last week, they got a lot of them got groups and things like that, and the groups got a lot of things. But the other person said, was that your feet then? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, was that you tapping? Yeah.
Moving,
My
yeah. Other people have said it's quite quiet. We've been about 3 or 4 times here, and this is the quietest it's been. So last week, you might not picked.
Mm.
I've seen that.
I can hear whistling.
I heard that.
I can hear whistling.
But you know, before you tapped your foot, did you move your chair?
No.
Oh,
Did you
I
hear
thought.
the chair move?
Did you
I
hear?
can
Yeah.
Did you hear like?
I keep hearing.
No. Do you know what I heard? And it
No.
sounds like it was upstairs. I heard
Ah,
I've
That's
heard
like
that
a
a few
chair moving
times.
across the floor.
Now, now upstairs is that classroom I was telling you. You know, we first went
Yeah.
and I said, "This is the classroom." You go, "That's right
That's
above
above
us."
We
us.
haven't been there yet,
I
have
think
we?
we should
Yeah.
go.
Yeah,
So-
we'll leave it up there.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, in a bit,
You've
you
either
can
got
go up there and
That
we'll have a break.
classroom. or the cellar.
What was that one?
We've either got the classroom or the cellar.
Yeah.
The whole building's
Yeah,
like that, really.
well,
I mean,
you've got
there are,
the-
Yeah.
gotta
Can't
get out
wait.
here. What time are we on here?
there are
It's only
hotspots.
11.
Is that all it is?
Mm.
So you've got.
You've got
Got
plenty of
plenty of
time.
Bathroom.
Yeah.
Mm.
You've got
And
plenty of
cellar.
time to be scared in the
Yeah.
house.
The cellar is waiting for us at the end, isn't it?
It's a must,
think
isn't
we're
it?
gonna
We'll save the best
with
till
a Ouija
last.
board.
I think we will get more in the cellar.
Yeah.
Did you hear
Yeah,
that?
that,
Yeah.
yeah,
It is,
Yeah.
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 They're still banging while we're
Yeah.
doing the show. They're still
It
banging.
hasn't stopped, has it?
No.
It's just
It
constant.
hasn't stopped.
It's just constant.
Mm.
And I'm glad because
I'm made up for you
I
that
am.
this is happening
Yeah,
for you. You know,
because we hear
and
so
it's going on the
much
show,
over the
right?
years and everything like that. And you only can tell somebody so much
Yeah.
until you have to experience it
Oh, I've
yourself.
never experienced anything like that voice in there
Yeah.
before.
I don't think we've experienced anything like that.
Not
have we,
like
really?
not as
not
close
as loud
much
and clear as that.
No.
We've heard
No.
voices.
Mhm.
That was just on, I can't even,
Yeah.
on another level.
You
Brilliant.
couldn't fake it even if you wanted to.
No.
No,
that's
not
it
like
though,
that.
isn't it?
I literally thought, yeah, it was one of them, get me out right now. What the heck was that?
I've
Yeah.
noticed everyone's a little bit
Everyone's
on edge
on
at the
edge.
minute
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
everybody
You will
keeps
get-
taking in
I've got to
turns
say,
looking
you
at
will
that
get
door.
some noise from there
Yeah, but you'll know
because
when
you've
it's
got the street.
yeah. But you'll know
if it's
the
a car, you
difference.
will see the headlights through
Yeah.
the window.
But you know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
you do.
I think
know
we
which
saw
one
the
difference.
ambulance or a police car
Yeah.
before,
Yeah,
wasn't
definitely
it?
do
Yeah.
look at
I thought it was
noises
your
upstairs.
torch, and I thought,
Yeah.
oh, it must be their torch, and then you come and said, no, you've seen it going past.
I've not heard noises
We-
like that from
No,
upstairs.
not.
Ever.
no.
In all the times I've been sat in this room. Never ever heard that.
And the weirdest thing is you're the first group we've interviewed. Sorry, my foot's hitting the thing there. You're the first group we've interviewed in quite a few. What, 3 or 4 months?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we've been doing live events. We've been
Yeah.
taking our listeners out
and
with
about.
us
Right,
know,
yeah.
to the
Lights
cave.
above the bar.
to
Above the bar,
Yeah. On the crest.
the crest of the
above
thing.
there.
Yeah.
That's that classroom, isn't it?
No, it's
Yeah, it is, because you go up the
It's like-
stairs.
oh yeah,
yes.
the stairs there.
And
Like
there's
Yeah,
a
the
white
bathroom,
flash of light
right, okay.
Flash of light in here.
on that crest.
So, what time are we on here? Where are we up to?
Oh, we've got plenty of time.
So- What do you want to tell us about yous?
Yeah.
We wanted to explain how we got home with our name.
Yes.
I was
We
really
asked that,
excited
we,
to tell the
do you know, we
story.
asked that about
Brilliant.
30
You
minutes ago.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Come on, you
Go
tell
I
us.
should have
for
done it with the intro, but no, because it's just because we mentioned it before,
Yeah.
and my nephew will either love or kill me for telling me the story. But yeah, so the idea was we were literally, you'd hired like a canvas bell, like
teepee
teepee tent thing.
yeah.
Mm.
You've got it in your back garden, and there was about 8 or 9 of us in it, wasn't there? There was like the whole family in it. All the nieces, all the nephews, the lot weren't there.
We did a bit of a sleep out.
And we did a bit of a
sleepover,
sleep
yeah.
out in this big canvas glamping tent thing, wasn't it? So we're all getting in there, and in the spirit of things, it's nice and it's dark, and start telling ghost stories. You know.
As you do. You
Sounds
Yeah,
go.
the
great.
kids, of course, yeah. And Michael is you know, the nephew, you know, talking about, and he tries to, well, he will kill me for it. He tries to, you know, say, it doesn't scare me, nothing scares me, you know, and it doesn't really affect me, and yeah, we can tell ghost stories because I'm not going to get scared of it, you know. So we're telling the ghost stories, and you start telling one about the Susie one that you mentioned before.
Yeah.
So you start doing the whole Susie, I'm on the
bottom
step.
stair.
And Susie's getting closer to the stairs and goes, Susie, you're dead, and all this. It's the end of it, you know. And he just comes out with, you know, he's sitting there rocking back and forth. He's frightened the life out of him, you know, and he just comes out with, oh, Mum, you said that so hauntingly.
Perfect.
And that was literally it.
Absolutely
Yeah.
brilliant.
So when it comes to us, like, right, we're going to
Yeah.
start doing all these ghost hunts, we're going to become a little team, and what should we be called? And it was like, So Hauntingly, from
Yeah.
that, because we just laughed,
Right.
didn't we?
I
That's
when
really
said
said,
good.
it,
we're going
yeah.
to 30 East Drive, and I said, it wasn't even for like, oh, I want everybody to be watching it. It was so we could watch it again. And I just thought, a Facebook page, why not? And we could
Yeah.
just have it all up on there, be like a little memoir for us.
Yeah,
And I said, I'm going to call it So Hauntingly as well.
brilliant.
I said, if we start making any money off it, he'll have to get a cut now.
You will now, you've told them the story.
Yeah.
It's on the
Yeah,
radio.
but it was literally just the way he said, Mum, you've just said that so hauntingly.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So that's the name, yeah.
Well, he was younger then, it was a good
He
few
was
years
younger,
ago,
yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
it? He's
he was,
16 now.
So how long have you
So he
been
was
going?
quite young.
Been going then? How long has the group been
Oh,
going?
about
2019 was East Drive.
so,
So
what,
it's
3
making it
years?
3 years.
Brilliant.
And we've only
Wow.
been to, first place was 30 East Drive, second place was Newsham Asylum, third place Drake Low Tunnels, fourth place Edwardian School,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
Edwardian.
Edwardian
Yeah.
School, and the fifth place here. So this is
Yeah.
our fifth
So
place.
this is only your fifth location
Right.
of all the ones.
We're
Well,
very
I did
fresh,
say
very
the
new.
Adelphi.
Yeah.
Oh, the Adelphi.
Oh, the
Adelphi,
yeah. So this is our
yeah.
sixth.
Six.
So when you think about it, you know, for them 3 years and 2 of the years you couldn't do nothing,
Yeah.
you've had some great locations.
So yeah, I guess if you're cutting out the COVID years,
Yeah.
about a year,
Yeah.
you must have been doing
Yeah.
this, yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the big locations.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
great ones,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you've done
And you go with
brilliant.
other groups, or
We have
The
done.
first couple we did, and then, you know, I was sort of mentioning to you before, we wanted to sort of start branching out on ourselves.
Mm.
But, you know, we mentioned the conversation we had before as well, it's just so expensive.
It
It
is.
Yeah.
is,
It is.
definitely.
And we can't get in anywhere
No.
at all. So this is one of the places we were lucky enough.
Yeah.
You know, was it Debbie? She said, you know, we can have this place to ourselves. Really.
Yeah.
So it was,
Yeah.
like, it was very exciting
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
It
And
doesn't
what
happen often. Though,
And as
so.
a new page, as well, it's very It's really quite an honour, to be honest, I think.
Yeah.
You know, when people say we can have it and, you know, we're doing things like this, I'm all like, oh my God.
Listen, once you've got to know us, you'll be going, oh God.
Oh, no,
Get rid of them.
We have some, I must admit, I mean, we're going to stay friends with you and everything else, and we have some great banter with some of the groups. We've got Haunted Scouts, they slate us, attack us, and we attack them and everything. But you know what? It's brilliant because that's how the paranormal should be.
So,
It shouldn't be a them and us, it should be,
Definitely,
we're all doing the same
Yes.
thing,
That's it.
and we all should be helping each other.
Yes.
And what I love is we learn from each other as
Yeah.
well.
we do, definitely. So what a lot of groups are doing now is asking other groups. Instead of asking the public, they're asking other groups to join, so you've got professional groups together so they can afford places, and that's what we've done ourselves. Yeah.
It's a really good idea.
And
isn't
that's
it?
what we're doing. We're going on with
Because
Haunted
that's the thing, you
UK.
want to go with people
Haunted
as well
Buildings
that
UK, isn't
are
it?
taking it
Wanna be
seriously
there.
and
Yeah.
want to go.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Well, that's what
otherwise,
we
you
do.
think, what a waste of time. You
Yeah.
go with people that just...
So if you want to, we can always keep you update on things.
Oh,
like
definitely.
that.
Yeah,
But we
love
bring,
that.
so it's like your 4 group, we've got a little group going at our own, which we've gone for years, and then Haunted UK, just the
Haunted
Buildings
UK.
UK,
Brilliant.
Haunted Scouts,
a few venues and
Axiom, we've got, you know, and
Oh,
we all,
that'd be
that's,
brilliant.
yeah.
We'd love that.
So,
Yeah.
and then once we usually get a get together and that, but people can go off in their own areas and do your own.
Brilliant.
But we do it so we can afford to do places because there's so
Especially
expensive.
when it's a big expensive place.
Yeah.
Then you
I
can
mean,
get
some
a
are
few groups
really
together
expensive.
and you can split them.
Yeah,
Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
yeah,
You know,
And
so
that's
each
the good
other's
thing.
way or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
you know.
That's a really good idea, yeah.
And what I like about you is you're so enthusiastic about it, you can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
It's good.
it's great what happened to you though, isn't it? On that?
I am the one that's like, I'm so excited, can we go? But I'm the first one to run a mile. It's quite funny, yeah.
Yeah.
That's me.
That's it.
How many times have I gone past the mirror as well and thought something, oh, what you
Go
got?
for what's that?
Me?
And that was it.
Yeah.
But we have to put up with that all the time.
All the time, yeah.
No, honestly, I can't say that was just something, yeah. I'm going to talk about that for
No,
forever. That was
will we,
something else.
Yeah.
That
No.
It's
was...
good though.
That's
Yeah.
so good.
I mean, for
yeah.
your 5th or 6th one, that's I mean, that's what
Literally, it
everybody
was-
wants.
I'm just so glad we
Absolutely.
caught it because people just wouldn't believe you. would
No,
they?
that's it.
You
You've
know,
got-
you actually say there was a child literally singing down the ear.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's only people who's in paranormal groups that actually know what you're on about.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
especially when you trust each other.
Yeah,
Because, I mean, there are a lot of groups out there and they do mess about. Well, all the public, when they come.
Of course, yeah.
Because anything like with moving tables, Ouija boards and that, you've got to have full trust
Yeah.
there.
of course you have.
And
Yeah,
I think you're a bit like hers. I'm thinking you debunk as you go along.
yeah,
Because that's what we put
Yeah.
a lot of debunking into things,
Yeah.
talk everything out. We usually have a sit down in our living room, and don't we, and go through it and say, no, that's done like that, that's done like that, you know,
Yeah.
that's what that is.
yeah.
Because we're not come here to act daft
No.
and that.
No.
We want
No.
answers,
But
we
it-
want
And that's like before when we could do all that tapping, we were
Exactly what I was
like,
going to
is
say,
that
yeah.
though? And
Yeah.
you sort of, you're like, could it be this? Could it be
Question.
that? But then it was just circling everywhere in the end, then you're like, yeah, okay. But we stand there very
Yeah.
much and it's like, hang on, no, could that be?
Mm.
Yeah,
That's the best way to do it though, because
yeah,
they always say 90% of it is
you can,
human
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
natural stuff, whereas
yeah.
it's just that 10% you think. that's
Yeah.
I'm going, what's going on here?
and people
Yeah.
say to you, don't they, is that because though you're waiting for it, or you're hearing things because you're waiting to hear it, or that though, you just, I just
Yeah.
can't, you can't.
No, we've been doing it for years and years, and that to me, that the recording what you've got tonight is fantastic.
Yeah.
I'll probably play it back and play it back and play it back.
That's why I keep saying to him, let me hear it again, let me hear it again.
And that's the thing, because as I said before, we can constantly hear whispering as well. So every time we've done a live,
Mm.
I'll always jump on it the day after, so you know, tomorrow morning or whatever.
Yeah,
I'll
you
listen
s-
to the entire thing.
Mike's really good,
And
he's
seeing
the
if
one
we
who'll
can
go
pick
through
on
everything
anything
with a
else.
fine
Yeah.
tooth comb
Yeah.
afterwards.
Brilliant.
That's
Mm.
good.
Yeah.
And
It's really
the
good.
funny thing is, I mean, we've done this before with other groups who've never been here before, and they come in and they go, we've seen this and we've seen that, and we want to come and experience it.
Mm.
And they've gone away and thinking, this has happened to us. And sometimes a brand new group in here if you think about it, we get groups coming in quite often, and we're here all the time. So, like, you know, they get used to you.
Yeah.
It's like us. I
definitely.
mean,
Yeah.
you get used to your neighbours. You move in,
Yeah.
your neighbours go, "Ooh, let's have
Yeah,
a
I
look,"
think I would you
and
again.
then
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
you again. So I think that's what it's like with us.
Fresh meats, that's what we
Yeah.
are.
That's what we say.
You are.
Yeah.
But I think if you knew, and they come up, what's this?
Yeah, I've not seen
I don't
her
know.
before.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
going on here?
I think when it's a massive group, you go, oh, you know, it's like being in a crowd, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think when it's a small group, they'll come out and talk
Oh,
to
that's
you.
what else they said. Playing, wasn't it? Playing.
Mm.
Because we said, I
Spirits
think
talking.
you said, is this kids? Have we got kids here?
Kids. There's definitely children energy in there.
Yeah, playing.
It
Yeah.
wasn't even horrible energy. It was just normal.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a few marks, but I just think that was just them brushing
So
past.
it's
Yeah.
another thing we haven't really
Yeah.
discussed is the amount of marks that you seem to
I
get.
think this is the second.
Oh,
Like, I think
John,
we-
is it you, John? Yeah. I get some. Or who gets
I
some?
normally
Mike,
get-
sorry.
So,
Marks.
yeah, so John, you normally get the feelings, and you're normally getting the energy just like drained from you.
me.
Tonight,
No.
you're getting scratched. You've got
Yeah.
marks on your neck. You've got marks
I
on
mean,
your
Oh,
I
face.
felt
you've been
that more.
scratched.
I've been scratched. I've been.
In
the
previous
energy.
places and everything.
Yeah.
but
Oh,
tonight,
maybe.
Here tonight.
it's Mel.
No,
Mel
yeah.
got
It's
scratched.
So it's
I
you tonight.
felt that.
Yeah, on your hip
It's as
there.
if when you brush past something yourself and you've gone, "Ooh, how
Mm.
like that."
Mm.
That's on the
Yeah.
live as well. We
Yeah.
did
And
a close up
I
and you
just
see
felt like
3
Mm.
lines.
Yeah.
Here.
Well, you
Right.
showed us your neck.
You
didn't
showed
you?
us and we've
there
seen
was
it
a
on your
red
neck
mark
and
all like
on the mark
Yeah.
on you show me the mark on your
Yeah.
hip.
like behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But
then
you,
you have them on your neck.
Just
You
when
have
I
one
came
side
in,
of your
nothing
face.
else has that, but when I
Yeah.
came in,
Like four
yeah,
red
on the
yeah,
marks.
I've seen that. It was
Yeah.
like big red a hand mark on you.
Yeah.
It's like
So
someone's
it's
gone,
big
but it was an
slap.
unusual way. It was that way, wasn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, and so
As if
your
they come
ankle's
from
the
that
opposite
way, not
way.
that way.
because again you're thinking, oh, am I just sitting like that, or am I just,
Yeah.
you know,
But your hand was, you'd
Yeah.
have to be
Yeah.
twisted, wouldn't you?
yeah, mm, yeah,
Yeah.
You had a mark on the side of your face as well.
Yeah, but
Mm.
then I was
No.
thinking, was I lead?
Sitting
And you do
like
think,
that.
was
So
I?
you could have
You
been
do
And I
sit
can't
like
say
that.
for sure that I wasn't. I don't know now.
It's
You know,
the
you think,
natural-
was I? Yeah.
It's the natural thing to do because although you want to believe that it's paranormal, your automatic instinct is, was I lying like, or
Yeah.
was it?
Yeah.
It's
And
it's
you
a
know me,
natural-
I do. I'll sit like that, won't I? And then I was thinking, yeah, because I was being quiet, trying to get myself like listening. And so I might have been. I don't know. I can't say for certain that I wasn't, so I don't know.
But for me, definitely it was.
Oh, they were
something
3, yeah.
Because I was
Yeah.
like, I held on to the camera like that.
Yeah.
Where was that?
Yeah.
That was in the
In the
middle.
main hall.
In the main
Oh.
hall again.
I was.
So
Oh, that's
Sorry.
happened tonight. Oh, Ross has been in the hall.
Yeah.
Mm,
You've
that's
spent
what I was gonna
most
say
of
then.
your time in the hall, haven't you?
yeah,
Yeah.
If I'm right, yeah.
Standing by the wheel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
Away from the
About.
wheel. So maybe they could have been playing by that.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
did you get your marks, your scratches near the wheel?
I got the scratches near the wheel. I was sitting down where we're getting like
Around the
the
table.
EFM
wasn't
meter
there?
was going mental. We've
So
never
what is,
really
you know,
had
where the
that.
doors open at the back of the main hall?
Hmm.
It was
Yeah.
definitely coming from in that door.
The child?
Yeah.
Is it from
The
the big
middle one.
massive door?
So
Not
much
the
noise.
main
the
door
cell.
in the middle that's open.
Is it from
That's
going
the
down to the cellar or the one
That's the
next to
cellar.
it?
I don't know.
I think
the
went
cellar door.
down to the cellar.
Yeah.
It's
Not the
open
one
and
next
then
to
the
it.
The one
main
next to it.
one's open.
Yeah, the cellar door.
Oh.
Is there a
Right,
fire
okay.
door? Fire exit above it? Is there?
No.
Like a
And-
green light?
Oh God, I'm trying to think now.
Because you've got the cellar door, as
Which is
you
open.
you know as you're going
Yeah.
in, you've got
Which
the
is
cellar door
open.
which is
We've
open,
left
then
that open.
you've got another
Then
door
you've got
next to
another
that.
set of blue doors,
Yeah.
and then you've got 2 little doors.
I think it's the one leading down to the cellar.
Right, okay.
Okay.
That
Constant
was-
noise,
That's
yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
It was definitely
From,
coming from in there.
And to be
Yeah.
honest, as we was sat there or stood there, I was thinking, wants us to go down there.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be going down later on.
Yeah.
We'll take
Yeah.
it
Oh,
down.
that's what it said. Visit.
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 Yeah.
What
What
do you
do-
want us to do? Visit.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm really interested to go with the cotters
Yeah.
because I got like breathing sounds and then like I saw like a light blue line going across.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just looked out. What did you hear?
No, I felt like before, like something blue on my
I
head.
thought
just
you heard a
looked out,
whisper.
'cause I thought it'd seen
I've
something.
heard noise
I've kept
constantly.
my eye there.
Yeah.
Everyone
Here we
else
go
kept their
again.
eye there.
Yeah.
No, it's like a breathing
Because
on my neck.
earlier, I
Just
mean,
non-stop.
about 20 minutes ago, I was watching between you because there was a long line.
I keep getting
Not the bubble that I
Tickling, yeah.
seen, but going past you, and I kept watching and I kept seeing,
That happened last week.
what's that, the line, long line?
Yeah, we were sitting here, remember, sitting here last week in the
Oh, right,
line,
I didn't
went
know.
across.
Yeah.
Exactly the same thing. You
Oh, I
weren't here,
didn't-
you'd gone home.
No, I was going to say, I didn't know about
Yeah,
that.
you've
But it was a
gone.
long wide
What have you
line
brought
going
with you?
straight past. Yeah.
So how have you felt about, I mean, you've still got hours to go yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, you've never been here before. How have you felt about being here now? I'll ask each one of you.
What do you think about it?
I
Like-
really have no idea what's waiting for us.
Yeah.
Really. I've got no idea.
That
whether-
keeps
whether-
freaking me
you
out.
know,
They,
No
they,
idea
they
whether
are
their
automatic
intentions
plates
are-
on, so
Keeps
when
making-
Mike moves, it'll come
No
back.
idea whether their intentions are
Yeah.
completely innocent and it's children messing about.
Yeah.
I've got no idea whether something's leading us down to the cellar to
What about you, Mel?
Like every place that I've been, I've never been terrified, I've never been scared. Moments like these, I haven't really, and especially hearing a child hasn't made me jump out my skin.
Yeah.
It's just the unknown.
It is.
It's just that feeling.
Yeah.
And I think it's comforting as well because you think like there is life after death.
It is.
And I think it's lovely to know that because it gives us a little bit of evidence.
Yeah.
And it's just nice that
And to know that you're going to be meeting your loved ones that you've lost and things like that.
I've never
Yeah.
met any of my grandparents and I've only ever
Can you
heard.
see a shadow keep passing there?
No,
Same
that's
one at the very
enemy
bottom
then.
of the door.
No, mine was across there and over her head, so no, I didn't see a shadow. I'm
I've seen a
blocked
few times
from
that,
there anyhow.
In that glass
In
door?
the glass.
Yes.
Oh no, I've not looked. Yeah. So you keep seeing some of that.
Yeah.
So what are you expecting for the rest of the evening, John? And
No idea.
looking
No
forward
idea.
to it.
Yeah, but I'm quite apprehensive as well.
Yeah.
That has really thrown me in that main hall.
What's on there?
Very-
Sorry.
It's okay. It's
Sorry.
okay.
It was
Just knocked
okay
it.
until I knocked it.
Yeah, that's really,
That's Marie just knocking the
really
recorder.
thrown me.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, but yeah.
So are we going to see more of you? Where are you going from here? What place is next on your list?
We've got a lot of prisons in mind, I think.
Oh, we're going to one tomorrow.
Yeah, we've got definitely had Shrewsbury in mind for a long time,
Yeah.
Shepton Mallet in mind for a long
Yeah.
time. But yeah, I think we're missing a lot of local places, aren't we? The Grosvenor.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
surprising.
Yeah.
A lot of
The
Yeah.
places
Grosvenor is
around
a
us.
very
That's
good one.
surprising.
Yeah.
St George's Hall as well.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
quite a
yeah.
good one.
That's a
Whether
good
they
one.
let us in,
Yeah.
but-
That'll be expensive.
Go to, I'll tell you a free
Yeah.
one for you is St James's Cemetery.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Very,
go
very
there.
good. Yeah.
Good that.
Do you know
Yeah.
what? I've been down there with Shiverpool.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
right, yeah.
Shiverpool.
Yeah, we
met
bumped,
him.
we bumped
Yeah.
into them when
Yeah.
we were there.
We met
Yeah.
him there.
Yeah,
Very
Yeah.
entertaining.
yeah.
It
They're
is.
really amazing
Proper-
guys,
yeah.
But if
Just
you-
wait until they've finished and then go in.
And then
Yeah.
go in, yeah.
Yeah.
But what you
Yeah.
do is tell the security that you're going down there,
Right.
And they keep
because you
their
do
eye on
get
you.
people there.
They allow
You'll
you to
keep
do
an eye
that.
on the cameras with
Yeah.
you.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Yeah,
very
so
good.
just knock on there.
Mm.
I mean, all the windows open, isn't it? It's a little round
Yeah.
the part
Yeah,
at the
like
top
the
gate.
lot.
And just mention, they say, it's all right, we've got you on camera, we're watching. And they like, yeah.
They'll keep an eye
Yeah.
on you while you're down.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
So just let them know, like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just let
that's
them
the best
know.
They
thing.
will keep an eye on you.
Yeah.
They're really
Cool.
nice people.
I
What are you
think we're
picking up,
missing
Mel?
them.
Tell us what's happening.
There's more happening.
Just before I saw a face in the window.
We've had other people saying that.
Just a little boy in the window.
We've had other people
Just like proper looked at me. You know,
in the lower window or the upper window.
upper window.
Yeah, it's the upper window that
Okay.
we've had it before.
I've
If you're there,
Do you want to come
do you
in
want
and
to come
join us?
forward? You're invited to join us. Don't be afraid of us.
Come on, come and meet these new friends we've got here.
I can hear something.
You can hear a voice. Come and say hello, you know who we are. If you don't want to come in, make a sound.
What's that? a strange noise.
Yeah, I've just heard that.
Yeah.
What was that?
My head's racing again.
In the distance, there is. I can hear music in the far distance.
Yeah.
You can
Oh, yeah, you can hear the
You
fan
can- you
because
can-
we
you can
know where that
identify
comes
the
from.
fan, yeah.
You know that.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to go and have a look then.
Come on, John.
Are you going, John?
Getting his
He is
torch.
as well. He's
Right,
getting-
John's gone out to have a look. He's took his torch
He's
out
took his
into the
torch, yeah.
corridor to find out
He
what's
does
there.
actually. He's quite brave, isn't
Yeah.
he?
I think he does it to impress me, I think.
That's another thing you've got to have with the paranormal group, a really good sense of humour.
Yeah.
Oh, these
Oh.
two have
We've
got a
got a
proper...
secret
relationship with
Yeah.
They're in love, Michael and John.
Well, you're all going out together,
You
aren't
spotted anything?
They're absolutely in love.
No.
Best bromance you could ever have.
Oh.
Just scared the living
Brilliant.
daylights out of each other.
No.
We do.
Well, I used to scare him all the time. He only walk upstairs and it's
when
anything he
these
jumps
two
on.
decide to say, oh, shut the door or something. I'm just walking out the door and I'm hearing it, and then John goes, did you touch that door? No, I didn't. No, I did not.
Oh.
I'm like, are you back for that?
Yeah,
Have we tried to scare it again? I hope so.
yeah.
I jump easily, don't I?
You do.
He does. It's terrible.
Finding my own shadow. And I've been doing this for years.
Yeah,
Must be 15,
And
20
still-
years now, and I'm still as
we
good.
do find it amusing.
It's
It
worse
must be
when...
that adrenaline there was something, because
Oh,
you still
yeah.
go back for more.
You do.
Oh, it's
That's
a
what it
must.
I
yeah.
just think, why? Because I literally come out like, oh my God, and you still
Yeah.
go back in for more. It's
Yeah.
like, why?
People
Glutton
do
for
laugh at me
punishment.
because they say, like, you know, you'll go into like places with ghosts, but you won't go near spiders. I don't know. It's very different, you know.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm not.
Definitely.
Spiders don't worry me one bit.
So, I was going to say, can you tell us what you brought with you tonight, equipment-wise?
So we've got, obviously, on a mobile phone that we've got Spirit Talker app, we've got Necrophonic app. Equipment-wise, we've got dowsing rods, we've got an Ouija board, we've got a sort of crystal planchette board,
Yeah.
haven't we?
Yeah, okay.
We've got
K2
K2
meter.
meter,
Cat balls.
cat balls
Yeah.
that we've got.
We love our cat balls.
Oh, the cat
Yeah.
balls.
So good. So good.
The most basic thing, but the
Yeah.
And they're
best.
brilliant.
Oh,
Yeah.
amazing.
So-
yeah.
So effective.
Again, just before we end the show, do you want to tell us where people can get you?
Yes, so you can go to So Hauntingly on Facebook and Instagram, or you can go to sohauntingly.co.uk, and we've got all the links to our socials on there as well.
Brilliant.
Fantastic. Because I mean,
It's been
we've joined anyway while we were chatting to you.
Yeah.
weren't we?
Yeah.
And it was funny because you come here to do a paranormal investigation. I didn't expect to be coming on a radio show.
No, not
Yeah.
at all.
And
no.
we've enjoyed it that much that we've almost done an hour with you.
Yeah, oh,
So the
Well,
whole
brilliant.
show
Will be on
is
news.
all about So Hauntingly.
no, honestly, it was sort of.
Yeah.
I was looking at Claire before, and I
The
had this
excitement
big
in
grin
his
on my face.
Oh, brilliant.
Well, because of the show, because of
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
No,
I was
because
listening
we're on the
to
radio,
this,
it's
yeah.
like, that's me.
brilliant.
Going on the radio.
Yeah.
Well, it's
It'll
lovely
be on in
to have
about,
you on.
I think it's
You're
on
great.
near the end of September. The worst
Yeah.
thing about it because we're so.
Yeah,
We've
Yeah.
got so
Yeah.
many
That's
shows
brilliant.
ahead of us.
But we
yeah.
tell
But
as
we'll
soon
let
as
you
it
know
comes on,
when
we
we
And
let
it'll
you
be
know
on
straight away.
YouTube for your listeners, so
Yeah.
any you find So Hauntingly fans out there, you can pick them up on
They'll
YouTube
be
and
sick of
Access
me.
Paranormal.
Because I'll just milk it for 5 weeks. now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he keeps
So-
saying, what are you going to do though when someone comes up and says, can I have your autograph?
Yeah.
Like, shut up.
Yeah, so you'll see this on Access Paranormal podcast,
Amazing.
the radio show,
Yeah.
and it'll be on YouTube as well.
Amazing.
But that will be in a few months' time because we've
Yeah.
decided, as I said earlier, to start from number one and
Yeah.
work our way through to the 100 and odd shows that we've
I
done.
think-
By day.
I
So-
think we're on to show 39. It'll be show 40 tomorrow.
Oh,
then-
that we've
but we never
uploaded, yeah.
upload one on a Sunday because that's when it's on L35 radio.
Yeah.
So and then it continues on the
So
Monday then.
yeah, so this will be going on L35 radio for you.
Amazing.
So it'll be online, L35 radio. We'll send all the information to you.
When it goes up onto YouTube, when it eventually does go up in a few months, we will put the link on
Yeah.
your
On
Facebook.
your
send it
Facebook,
on.
and that's it there.
So anyway, we're going to let you go back to your ghost hunts now
Thank
because
you.
we've come to the end of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
How
been
quickly it's gone.
brilliant.
And it's been fantastic to have So Hauntingly.
Yeah,
Which
In the-
is
Mike, Mel, Claire,
and
John.
I'm glad you, Well, to be honest with you, I'm glad they said it. But so anyway, thanks so much for taking the time to come on the
Thanks for
show. We
joining
really
us.
Thank
appreciate
you for
it.
having us. Yeah.
And we'll be back again next week. We don't know what's going to be on the show because you know what we're like. And so stay tuned, and we'll see you all again next week from here at Access Paranormal. So good night from Jonathan.
Good night.
Good night from Marie.
Good night.
Good night from me, and good night from
On
So
So
Hauntingly.
Hauntingly.
Thanks.